Hey friends, happy Saturday. We had my son's baseball game today, his last little T-ball game. We had to run to Lowe's, return and exchange a water hose. Hey, if you have a water hose that you just love, that's lightweight and doesn't kink very easily, please let us know. We did exchange ours, so we'll see if this new one works. But and now we're back here. We had lunch and back starting on the chicken coop. I did get to harvest some lettuce, but I think it's about, I think it's almost done because of the heat. It's humid here in Tennessee, which is the worst. So we're trying to stay in the shade and stay cool as much as possible. So we are just about a little over a month out from this little bean making its entrance, so I am really trying to take it easy, which is hard when you're starting a homestead from scratch. Here's the progress we've made on the coop just over the week. The floor joist, I guess that's what those are called. I don't know, maybe just made that up. Anyways, they're in. So now all this needs on the bottom is the hardware cloth. We have our second wall up, and he's working on figuring out the roof today.
Bree, when my popsicle leaks at the bottom, I just do this. I'm already getting lots of juice.
We're just trying to stay in the shade with our little umbrella set up. But my husband has disappeared and I don't know what he's doing. I may need a popsicle too. It's very hot. This year I had super high expectations for our homestead with chickens and a garden and just a step up, from last year where we just kind of had a little garden. I did some cherry tomatoes and yellow squash, and that was pretty much it. And I was happy with that. I tried a lot of things like broccoli and carrots and kale and Roma tomatoes and cantaloupe that did not do well. So I've learned from those. But this year was another, learning season as far as gardening goes, because we had a super late winter, lingering winter. And I had started a ton of seeds indoors, just being impatient and wanting all the seeds ready to go when it was time to put them outside, but not realizing all the time that it would take Douglas to build, the chicken brooder, and then just different things, the chicken tractor, and just how much the chickens would take. And he works a full-time job, like I've said before. So his evenings and weekend time just goes super fast, and he just had zero time to make my raised garden beds like I wanted. And so unfortunately, I had to let that expectation fall and be okay with that, and know that this is just the year of the chicken for us in our homestead. And I'm fine with that, because it's still progress, and I'm so proud of us for what we've accomplished with our chickens and our meat birds, and surprised that this is even a thing that we're doing. I never had this in my thought. I honestly don't even think I knew people still did this sort of, thing, raising their own meat and chickens, and so I've really surprised myself. So I hope that wherever you are in your homesteading, gardening, livestock journey, that you're not disappointed, and if things aren't going, as quickly as you want them to, or as big as you want them to, because I really did expect to have so many things in the garden and raise garden beds, and just to let that go, and realize that it's okay. We're still making progress. We're still doing our chickens, and that is a huge deal just to provide, you know, the meat for our family, eventually the eggs for our family. And it's really fun. The kids love it. They're learning a lot. And so if my garden has to take a back seat for now, then that's okay. We can do with that. Maybe in the fall he'll have time to build our raised garden beds, and you know, maybe hopefully next year will be the year of the garden. Who knows? We may dive into another animal. I mean, who knows? I feel like we're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants here, and just doing whatever we can, when we can, the best we can. So maybe that's what homesteading is all about, just doing the best you can with what you have. And with the economy being so crazy right now and prices being so high, it's just, you know, it's hard. We can't build it as super fast because we're having to resource different ways to get our supplies. Got my popsicle.